So one of the first things you want to get done is get the bumpers pulled off, taken into the chrome shop because there's a couple months out for them. You can see this is the front bumper. No real bad dents, but we do have some good gouges, scratches all the way through the chrome finish. So they're going to have to strip it down to the bare metal and then refinish it. But fortunately, the front bumper doesn't have any major dents or damage to it other than scratches, which the chrome shop said they could take out. This is the rear bumper. Unfortunately, this one's in a lot worse shape. As you can see, it's been hit in a couple spots, some good gouges. You can't really see the ripples on this side, but there are some there. The passenger side is actually even worse. But again, it's got gouges. The little frame guard or bumper guards, they also are pretty bad shape on the rear bumper. So now you can see here these ripples. The chrome shop said they can make it better, but it won't be as good as factory. You still be able to tell it's been repaired, but we don't have any option yet. So we're going to go ahead and get them pulled off and taken down to the chrome shop. Okay, we got the front and rear bumpers off. Ready to take into the chroming company tomorrow. Here's the rear. So we're gonna see how good they can get these wrinkles out. That's the worst damage. But what they do is they'll grind these all the way down to bare metal. And obviously grind out the imperfections, try to clean them up as much as possible. Then they got like a zinc plating process before they chrome plate it. That's the front bumper. Mainly just got some grooves in it, you can see there. No major damage. Just got to pull out the horns. All right, here we go. We got both bumpers and both front and rear bumper horns, or whatever you want to call them, protectors. So cut them off. I'm going to take them in. Shoe horns aren't too bad. And the bumper horns, I keep calling them shoe horns. Bumper horns. But we'll get these taken in to get chrome plated. Sun just dropped behind the mountains. Beautiful evening.
little sneak preview, I guess, huh? Let me get these loaded up, and we'll haul them off early in the morning.
So we ended up just dropping off the front bumper and the bumper horns for both the front and rear. We didn't drop the rear bumper off. After talking to the guy the second time at the chrome shop, he just said what the cost is going to be. It's going to, $1,000 or more just for the one bumper, and it still won't be able to get that factory crease in there. And you're going to be able to tell it's been repaired. He said you're just not going to be happy with it after the amount of money you're going to spend on it. So he recommended trying to locate a better one and more straight, better condition. So that's what we're going to do. And actually, shortly after we got back to the house, we located one.
Beautiful morning. Sun's getting ready to peek over those mountains. It's always nice right before it comes over the mountains, starts lighting up the snow covered tops, these out west. So this morning we got the car trailer hooked up to the excursion, and we are getting ready to load up the Ranchero. Got to get the winch set up, put the jacks down on the trailer. We'll winch up the Ranchero and take it in and to Sparks and get them to take a look at the interior. Come up with a little plan for that. So we lucked out. We just got back yesterday from California. I found this rear bumper for a '57 Ford Ranchero. So it doesn't need to be chrome. Just we're gonna do one of the bumper guards. But yeah, we got a good deal on that. It's in good shape. Save us from getting it chromed. So now we just gotta wait on the front bumper and the bumper guards, 4 bumper guards to get chromed. Yeah, let me get this loaded up and we'll get ready to head into town.
So like I said, we lucked out and we were going over to California to visit some family. And this bumper showed up on Facebook, I believe. The guy was selling it off of his '57 Ford Ranchero. We got a pretty good price on it. We're pretty happy with it. The bumper does not need to be re-chromed. It's almost, it's not spotless, but it's nice. The bumper guards are actually, we're going to go ahead and get those re-chromed, but these bumper guards are in better shape than the ones we dropped off, so it should be better. So the guy that we bought the bumper off of was a real nice guy. Showed us around, let us look around his '57 Ranchero that he had there. He did some custom work. He did a wiper delete. He did a custom little trunk in the back for a spare tire carrier. So a little different route than, say, my dad's style, but it was still his own unique design. So it's kind of cool to be able to look around and get us excited about finishing up Grandpa's. But like I said, he was a real nice guy. We thought there was a lot of cool, slick stuff. Obviously, the wiper delete, you can see he did. We still want to do the wipers on ours, on Grandpa's. He wants it, so we're going to go ahead and try to locate those parts. If you guys can, if anybody out there knows of any, we pretty much need everything for that wiper assembly. So, yeah, definitely leave us a comment, reach out to us. We'll definitely appreciate it. We're definitely looking for it. I got a couple buddies in the classic car business that are looking for them too. So, this is kind of cool. He the guy he bought it from put this little hatch in there and put the spare tire, I guess, on the station wagons. This is where the spare tire would go normally. In the Rancheros, I think they put it behind the rear seat from the factory. So he kind of cut a slot out of the bed and put it in there to secure his spare tire. And that way frees up that space inside. And I think he's doing some kind of cubby spaces inside where the spare tire would have been. So it's a pretty fun little trip. We took advantage of getting out there and getting it while we were out there visiting family. So.
Okay, so kind of got delayed there. Family came down with the flu bug. So, but before that, I ended up pulling off. We were heading up to Summit Racing to look at some parts, and I decided to go ahead and pull this one side off. Passenger side exhaust. I wanted to measure the exhaust ports coming out of the head. So they're square port design. I think 0.3 inches square. So I pulled these off because the factory ones, or the ones that the other guy put on, were just some cast iron manifolds that were on the small side. That's all you could find that would fit. So what I did is pulled that off just to size up the head. And then I did some research, and this particular company, Sanderson Headers, they make a block hugger type header for the Ranchero 57 Ford, so the Ford Fairlane Ranchero with a 302, and it's supposed to clear the shock tower. And that's the issues with this car is it's tough. It wasn't made with a V8 in it, so you have the shock tower here. Plus, try to pick it up. You see the steering box down there. And so that's what makes the clearance issues, trying to find quality exhaust manifolds or headers to fit on it. So this one is what they're calling a block hugger. And it's specifically made for this model 302 small block Ford 351 in a Ford 57 Ford with the original steering and shock tower. So pick these up. We're going to actually try to pull that manifold off on this side and just kind of slide this one in to see if it is going to fit. Otherwise I'll have to take it back. We'll go figure out what other route we have. So that's what I'm going to do now. Pull these bolts off and slide this header out and try to slide the exhaust manifold out, and then try to slide the Sanderson exhaust header in there to see if it's going to fit. All right, so this is the driver's side exhaust manifold I just pulled off. This is the Sanderson header that's going to hopefully fit on that side. So we're getting ready to slide it in there and see, but I figured I'd take a look. That's the collector. Quite a bit of different size. All right, moment of truth. See if it fits. Okay, so did not fit. Excuse me. It clears the clears the steering gearbox, clears the shock tower, clears everything except this lower pipe here. Interferes with the motor mount, which was the last thing that I had worry about, because these are supposed to fit 57 Ford with a 302 or 351 small block. You can see how this is quite a bit more higher cut. Drops down about the same place. I mean, a little bit before, but that would have cleared. That did clear the steering gearbox. Shock tower cleared. Everything was good except for this. We're just hitting about right here. We're hitting that motor mount. Let's see if I can get a video of that motor mount. So it's hitting right here. This is a pretty good size motor mount. And it's the back side of the motor mount.
Well, since those headers didn't fit, I did some research, digging around, trying to figure out if I could find something that would work. Couldn't find anything except there was these factory castings. I guess Ford had these on originally in one of their cars in the 50s or 60s. They were supposed to fit a lot of unique situations. So I went ahead, but it's one of the best casting designs, I guess, is what they rated them for, a factory style header. So I went ahead and tried those. Still had the same problem. That slope of a cast iron, as you can see in the picture, just slopes down too much too quick and hits that motor mount. So I was looking to see if I could maybe modify the motor mount, shorten it up a little bit, but that's pretty much the full width of it. I'd have to dig into the actual mount itself as well, not just the mounting plate. So I'm kind of hesitant to do that. So I'm trying to figure out what my other options are, whether it's you know, try to make my own headers. I know there's some kits out there. I called around to a bunch of exhaust shops around here to see if anybody's willing to make some custom headers for us. And then, to my surprise, nobody wanted to even talk about it. So the only place I could find so far is a place over in California where you drive your vehicle over to, drop it off, and they'll make the headers there. But it's quite a ways away, and I don't know if we want to go through that hassle. So if anybody's out there got any suggestions, if something they've run into or they got a idea, definitely leave a comment below. We'd appreciate it. Uh, right now, my alternative is to either run with the factory ones that came on it. Well, these aren't factory. It's what the previous shop put on there, which I think is choking the engine down pretty good. Not letting the cylinder heads flow like they should. Or I might go back to those Sanderson headers and maybe reshape them myself. So don't really want to do that, but might be my only alternative unless I can find a kit that I can build my own headers. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. That's kind of a roadblock there, but the section of pipe from the header down to the side pipes, they did like 3 different sizes. Welds are terrible, so I think I'm gonna have to redo that too. Once I establish what kind of header I'm gonna run, and just get the equal diameter pipe from the header all the way down to the side pipe. But yeah, that's what we are now. I'm gonna slap the old ones on just so we can drive it around. But my goal is to find some headers or something to get on there that'll at least let the heads flow much better than these. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned, subscribe so you can see our next videos.